has been issued, while the work on hedge accounting and impairment is progressing. Accounting of insurance contracts is quite complex due to long-term insurance obligations and majority of assets of financial nature. A total revamp of accounting of insurance contracts is in the offing, along with standards on revenue recognition and leases. Revenue is close to completion, and the constituents should expect to have the final published standard in less than 10 months. Many of you must be wondering, actually, let me interrupt here Mr. Prabhakarji's speech and share with you that revenue recognition, when we say, we talk about revenue to be recognized from goods and services. So you must be wondering, when there is already standard prevalent, what is Mr. Prabhakar talking about? I think most of you know service tax, even though many of us may not be knowing IFRS. In service tax, there was an issue whether the right to use the other's properties, should it be called as a service or not? And rent is a classic example. So similar issues, in order to settle them, the revenue from the various goods and services, or especially right to use the property, that is being dwelt upon in the new revenue recognition standard which IFRS is coming with. Coming back to Mr. Prabhakar's message, the standard setting process involves publishing of exposure drafts of the standards and improvements in them. The responses and IASB, International Accounting Standard Board's views, are also put into public domain. For healthy discussion, it is essential that all stakeholders participate in and contribute to the process. What he expects from all of us is that we should contribute to the process of standards development, and I have here 2000 plus accounting and finance professionals, and my earnest request to them that we should take Mr. Prabhakar's message seriously, so that all the participants here, and I know that at least 2000 of them are Indians, so India should go on the forefront of the world. I hope that public discussions and the awareness programs like today's webinar will contribute significantly in this process. I once again congratulate Ram Mohan Bhave, his organization Consult IFRS, for organizing this global webinar with the great support of Reliance, President of ICAI-ICWAI, ACCA, and the speakers from world over, and especially the huge e-gathering of 50 cities and 12 countries make it a thumping event. All the best with an assurance. I think this is a very promising line for us. All the best with an assurance, though this time I am coming through a message. I assure you next time I will make it surely personally, or at least through VC in person. So this is the message from our IFRS member. And now, Chennai. Okay. Now we are going to Chennai, Tinagar, and I am requesting our friends to log on to Chennai, where I welcome President M. Gopalakrishnan.
Hello, hospital. Tinagar Hospital. President. चेंबू को से निकाल लो. हाँ, चेंबू को से निकालो. Normal करो.
Has the president come check? Let's go. President sir, welcome.
हाँ. Unmute करो ना, टीनगर को. Unmute करो. Unmute करो. Mute.
I welcome President.
Hello, जल्दी.
I welcome President sir, and Raj, thank you. You are there. Raj, I hope he has taken care of you.
Hello, hello, आवाज.
Well, so,
able to hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, and the whole world can hear you, sir.
So, first of all, I congratulate Mr. Ram Mohan Bhave CA, CMA and ACS and so many other degrees he has got. And he is one of the staunch supporter of the professionalism among all the three institutes. And it is my pleasure to be present for the inauguration of this global webinar on IFRS. I think it is he is creating, already he has created the Limca Book of Records. And I am sure that this will be going into the Guinness Book of Records as one of the major events. And the IFRS is a very, very important subject which is important to all the professionals. And in fact, talking about the previous speaker, Mr. Kaloi Cherla, when he talked about the process setting in the international accounting standards. In my interaction with international accounting standard setting bodies, recently we had continuous meetings at Delhi, Jaipur and other places in India, and also in the IFAC annual event at Berlin. I shared the thought that the specific issues which are relating to the regional blocks have to be kept into account while framing the international accounting standards. Even the carve-in and carve-out, what we are having a specific situation in India is due to the fact that the India-specific issues or the region-specific issues were not embedded in the international accounting standards which were framed. And at recently as last month, the International Accounting Standards Committee has also acknowledged this, and they have also invited wider representation from the regional bodies. Both the accounting bodies in India, Institute of Chartered Accountants of India and Institute of Cost Accountants of India, now both are ICAI, both are working on the same issues. And I am sure that my good friends from the Chartered Accountant Institute are also very well aligned to these initiatives. And I am sure that webinars like this, which have been spread over 12 countries and almost about 2,000 participants. Even in Chennai, I find that most of the team is, almost the entire team except me are very young, I think. So that augurs well for the profession and the capability of Mr. Ram Mohan Bhave to attract the young talent. India is a young country, and I think 40% of the population belongs to the young generation. And webinars like this, which are knowledge delivery mechanisms, especially through webinars, which can be spread worldwide. In fact, no, I also promised Ram Mohan Bhave that we will be trying to take it at the international level. But there were some issues because whether it is organized, unless it is organized by one of the member bodies, the international bodies will not take it as this one. I am sure that future many more events will be happening, which will be also taken up by the Institute of Cost Accountants of India will be very much in the forefront in rather helping professionals like Mr. Ram Mohan Bhave to carry it across the world. And specifically, I will be requesting Mr. Bhave to concentrate on India, rather region-specific issues which are very, very important, which has to get embedded in the international accounting standards. And another very important element, of course, as a president of the Institute of Cost Accountants of India, I have been through the evolution of the cost accounting standards right for the past 10 years. And we have aligned the cost accounting standards to the international accounting standards. In fact, majority of the members, some of the key members who also served in the accounting standards board, as well as national NACAs, are also the members of the cost accounting standards. It is very important that the standards setting bodies, both for the financial accounting as well as the cost accounting, should be working together. Let us make a beginning in India so that the international community also recognizes it. And I wish this particular webinar a grand success. And I think with his usual aplomb, Mr. Ram Mohan Bhave will be able to excel as usual in his knowledge delivery mechanism. And I wish this webinar a grand success. Thank you.
Audible.
It's not audible.
Not audible from there. From there and it is not audible.
It's audible, sir.
Okay. Fine.
They have to take the...
They have to unmute. Okay, fine. It's not audible, sir.
Six.
Raj, can you offer the bouquet to President, sir,
Yes, sir. Yes,
on
sir.
behalf of all of us? And I hope somebody is taking a picture locally.
Yes, sir.
And, President, sir, thanks a lot for sparing your time and making it a great presence. I'm really honored.
Thank you.
Right.
Now the rest are bring it.
Yeah.
Me, flash.
Yeah. Now,
Little harder.
please. Yeah.
They are taking a photo here.
Yeah, that's great. Uh,
Thanks.
we have the privilege of Darius Mehta, Vice President of Reliance, and how the video conferencing technology can help the company law board meetings, which has come up into the company amendment bill, and how this revolutionary concept of VC can be spread to every city and location to make the country and make the geography a history. In fact, I had the proud privilege of working in Reliance Infocom for 3 years from 2002 to 5, and we had seen the birth of this video conferencing location. So I request Darius Mehta from Surat. He's logging in from Surat Ring Road, and he will be guiding us on how professionals can globalize the technology and will help us to take the profession forward globally. Hi, Darius.
Yes, good afternoon, Mr. Bave. How are you?
I'm doing fine. You are enjoying at Surat, huh?
Yes, I mean that's the advantage of our platform. Wherever you are, you cannot have a reason not to participate.
That's good.
So, I mean, when Mr. Bave told me, I told him I'm not in Bombay, so he says no. So wherever you are, you can participate. I said yeah. I mean I know that, so I cannot say no to this. So it's indeed a pleasure, and I think heartiest congratulations to to you and to the whole fraternity as well as dignitaries from President of the Cost Accountant Institute, Mr. Gopal Krishnan, and the other dignitaries who are present. The heartiest congratulations. I think this is a big day for the finance fraternity, especially for this particular community which is interested in this IFRS program actually. And I must say that Mr. Bave is actually going out of his way to make sure that he is actually ensuring that as many people in the fraternity are aware of it. We are actually very glad to be associated with this event, and we look forward to such events on education basis, being conducted by the institutes, the various institutes, the cost accountant, the company secretary as well as the chartered accountant, because I think in the last time we had the cost account, the company secretary institute also associated. So, I mean, we really look forward to all these key institutes actually disseminating information on the finance across the India in 100 cities where we really have our infrastructure. And we'd really like to support that to make this dream a possibility, so that the knowledge that is concentrated in the key areas or key pockets or subject matter experts like Mr. Bave should be available to everybody, no matter where he is in India, and so that the whole of India actually is on the same platform as the financial capital or the business capital is. So, like Mr. Bave said, I'll just share a few slides on how I can, actually start how we can actually use this platform. So, yeah. Okay, Chimber, are you able to see this? Yeah. Shrikant, you're able to see this? Okay, fine. So I think we'll get ahead with this. Yeah. Okay, fine. So what I've done is just a very small presentation. I mean, I know we are all eagerly waiting to hear Mr. Bave, but I just thought I'll give you a very quick, presentation on what we can do for finance professionals actually. So